on Nuke. And here, already, they have just been swept aside by MIBR. As they maybe would a fly. There was really nothing in that round for Rooster.
Yeah, unfortunate, you know, they got both of the pistol wins in the first map and, look, had some momentum on the T side. It was good, I thought, to see them start on the T side here at Vertigo because, honestly, the only thing that's really been troubling me this event about MIBR has been some of their CT sides and some of what we've seen on the CT side just across the maps in general. And, you know, that is something that you can see for some teams. They can really struggle on defense to have the right site pairings or to figure out what their game plan should be sometimes on CT, whereas T a little bit easier to kind of organize things, particularly in a system like MIBR has highly structured. You know, they work in the map together. They know what the game plan is. There is less room for individual freedom in the MIBR system, and that way you can kind of tailor your T side a bit more to be what you want. Whereas the CT side, you know, the individual's got to have some agency.
Yeah, you might see a little bit of a different look, I would guess, from MIBR on the CT side of Vertigo here. You're kind of getting that feeling that, yeah, they're looking pretty confident.
Yep.
4 rifles, not a huge amount of util being brought into this one by MIBR.
Insani in particular is just an outstanding individual at the moment. You know, there's a couple of really good individual players that are head and shoulders above the rest here at Challenger Melbourne. 2-man crossfire in the M4s. Bit of a team kill there for Rooster, unfortunately. Is going to rob ASAP of a little bit more money. Now they're running into exit and safe. And once again, only one player going down. And with safe bringing the dualies into that round, it's actually no losses at all for MIBR. They lost a set of armor that round. That's it.
It's a pretty good start. ASAP with the team kill bup. First gun round for Rooster. You know, you just hold off a little bit until we get to see what they bring in 1 or 2 of these gun rounds, but sort of get this sort of sense that maybe the wind is out of the sails of Rooster, out of the sails of the crowd as well.
Big round contest here for MIBR. That is quintessential Netty. Been saying it this whole series long. He is a player that you want to get involved in the round. He was far too kind of passive and not getting involved CT side for them on Nuke, and it was a big downfall of theirs. But seeing him just go for that pick towards A and find it, that's big for Rooster.
They're going to explore mid, but Insani and Drop just kill Netic and ASAP over toward A, so even though Rooster's going to get into B, it's without ramp control, and it's also down a player, so...
And they've lost stairs. Like, MIBR have completely pivoted. They've taken stairs control.
Yeah.
And they're just going to give up the site and kind of set up a net around Rooster here, who will kind of flip things and play from CT spawn. Exit's going to give them a couple of troubles over on that part of the map. He's really playing things slowly and taking his time as the one here.
MIBR having to act as the T side right now. TJP doing a good job of holding B. Time's ticking away. Exit, at the very least, is going to be the pincer strike to come up over jump up, but there's no pincer to strike with if he's the only one. And Rooster, just out of nowhere, kind of picked that round up. It was a pretty collected round, really, from both teams. Like, nothing too crazy happening there, but MIBR do drop the first gun round.
3 alive, couple of upgrades from Galil's to M4. That's exactly what we need to see from Rooster. Opening pick, imperative there. So Rooster can give us some more to cheer about. This is a reset round for them. If they can win this swing round here, would be massive. They've got a bit of cash to be able to recover from it. If they don't, it's a softer reset for them than it is for MIBR. So a big opportunity on offer here for Rooster. If they can win this one, they can really get rolling on this T side, Jordan.
Yeah, Chell's ready to send the boys in. Brendan behind that smoke, just walking away. Probably not a bad timing for him to just be sort of backing off a little bit. This nade over the top. No connection.
It's the pack approach from Rooster. Just working as 5. MIBR has taken very deep space and control over towards the B side of the map. They're using utility on the A side of the map to delay, But this is where you need to see them get their rotations in order. You're seeing movement from Insani. 3 players stacked over towards this A side of the map. They don't really have the util to hold it, so they need the numbers here. Because Rooster has got a ton of util. They've got everything they need to exec, and MIBR is simply just trying to disrupt that execute before it gets rolling. There's some flashes, there's some aggression out A-ramp. They see nothing from Rooster, though.
Oh. Exit maybe nearly getting caught in transition. Rooster, though, all the way up to the top of the ramp without even having to take any kind of a fight just yet. 30 seconds left to go. They've got plenty of members to find, and that is good from Netic. He'll not quite have to double down as it's ASAP's job, apparently.
And we have seen Rooster do that so many times domestically online. They do have these two kind of gears to their game. Sometimes it's all-out aggression, you know, balls to the wall, running at the other team, and sometimes it is exactly what you saw there. Just a tiny little bit of utility invested to take some map control, working very, very slowly, giving absolutely nothing up to the other team, and then they just, you know, turn on a dime. Right. You know, multiple players swinging out top side of A ramp catches MIBR completely off guard. There's a Barbie on the crane.
I did not know there was a barbecue at the top of that crane.
Just simple stuff. I mean, like flashes over the top right and a bunch of the boys just swinging at the CTs after 45 seconds to a minute of absolutely nothing. That's going to break the money here of MIBR. They've got a couple of hero rifles saved on over that could do some damage, but outside of that, this is the start that Rooster needed to their T side, similar to what MIBR actually got on Nuke.
Well, it's not just about the start. It's about how they can convert things as well. Drop still got an M4. So does Insani. So round's not necessarily a foregone conclusion, especially if Rooster walk into those weapons, of which one is over toward B.
Rooster just keeping things simple. Working as a pack, having a dedicated player watching the flank and prepping this exec.
First rifle out of the equation. And with that, probably the round as well. One plan will go down here for Rooster. I'm not sure we're going to be making a 3-on-5 retake with 2 USPs.
And this is the trade-off for Rooster in a round like that, using that B execute so early on against, you know, not too much invested from MIBR. They show their strat, they show one of their looks for this T side, but what do they get from it? They get to keep 5 guns up, they get to stabilize this T side economy and have plenty more gun rounds to play with. So it is a bit of a trade-off. MIBR loses very little to actually gain some tactical information about what the Ts want to do when they go towards B. But Rooster gains a lot of economy.
Nice. Free HE nade in T-spawn. And Rooster take the lead again. They held on to it for a while on Nuke.
Simple stuff. Carpet bomb, approach, full exy on that B site. Throwing everything, including the kitchen sink at that one. No AWP here for MIBR, but I actually don't think that's too much of an issue for them. I think Safe, there was a narrative around him when he was coming up in the scene on Pain and things like that. He was a very impactful AWP. I think from what I've seen this tournament, he hasn't been on his A game. He's been missing a lot of shots on CT side, so the 5-rifle approach might not be bad for them. Pace up ramp here from Rooster. Very clear that MIBR want to shut this down.
Medic, finished off. All right, TJ's there for the trade, though. He's not aware of Safe's position behind the sandbags. Not that it'll even be required anyway. In the meanwhile, though, Rooster are into B.
Yeah, and MIBR's pulled their rotations across. They were quite heavily stacked towards A. They wanted to aggress on that side of the map, and they've earned themselves a man advantage. But now, positionally, they're a little bit behind. Util keeping that at arm's length, and there's plenty more Util to play with here for Rooster, actually. They're going to make MIBR's life very difficult getting back into the site.
Yeah, Molly onto jump up as well.
There's a kid on drop. Keep an eye on where drop dies.
If he dies, half that time is ticked away already. Nade into the smoke. They're going to try to go forward. Drop gets that opener. Chell down out of the picture. ASAP only good for the one so far, and it's on to Danger. Molly on the bomb won't matter. There's smokes available. Defuse on. Not cancelled, but it is Danger with the 3K. And Rooster finally have something to get pumped up about.
We've seen some insane clutches for him domestically online in the last couple of games we've been casting from Rooster. That is insane from Danger.
How many bullets did he have for that last kill?
Not many.
Let's have a look.
That breaks the money of MIBR here. 5 bullets left. Three bullets to get that done. Nothing but headshots on the A1S against unarmored or unhead armored CTs there. Tack timeout in response from MIBR.
A similar sort of trajectory as what we got on Nuke. You know, the first couple rounds were sort of a little back and forth, and then Rooster got on top early.
This is a little different though, because on Nuke they never built up this kind of economy. You know, they did end up getting reset, and MIBR was able to have a bit of a resurgence. The narrative now kind of shifts from, you know, MIBR being able to have some degree of reset potential to how many rounds can they actually scrape out of this CT side now. They're kind of half buying around the M4, giving themselves a decent chance in a round like this. But Rooster is very unlikely to run out of money unless they lose like 2 or 3 rounds in a row.
A little bit of a setup over toward B though. Got a pop flash ready.
Yeah, I mean, similar to the A side of the map, MIBR seems to be really looking for these flash timings, looking to aggress the parts of the map that Rooster want to control.
Oh, drops in all sorts of trouble there, getting sizzled a little bit. Ooh, the nade! Not quite.
He's dodged it. And to me, for MIBR, just knowing how Rooster plays and knowing that they would have reviewed that game, it really speaks to the fact that they're trying to isolate ASAP on the lurk, perhaps, over towards those B stairs. You know, they very much were aware that Rooster loves to go and take that A ramp control, and they were trying to look for the timing to disrupt that earlier. The mid-round timings are what MIBR are looking for. Not strong resistance on this A side of the map, though, from MIBR here as the execute comes in. There's a couple of pistol-y boys and some smokes dropped to try to make Rooster's life difficult. Exit. The last man alive, trying to play the pivot around the crane. He's getting spammed through the wall as well. Takes out TJ, and he's trying to buy time for these rotates.
Ooh, one shot with the deagle here from Insani could really make a big difference. He's tapping away. He's doing some damage there to Nedic initially, but no further connections, and it will be secured by Rooster one way or the other.
Yeah, Exit was going to be the biggest problem there, and he's cleaned out a secret. This util doing Rooster a lot of favors, making MIBR's life too difficult. There wasn't really a whole lot of expectation for them in this round. They brought one rifle into it, and they're going to take one rifle out of it.
Oh! I think he did that for the crowd. It's a good thing he was holding the M4.
He didn't want the M4.
No.
Why would you want the M4 when you can buy an AK?
He gave the AWP over to somebody else because he knew.
I think he wasn't going to survive to the bomb anyway.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, can you survive with 10 HP there?
Probably not.
5-2 though, that's a pretty healthy looking scoreboard for Rooster at the moment, but another gun round out for MIBR. Could start to change the conversation a little bit, and Nedic, ooh, he is in a very spicy position right now. Nade in hand, but safe, holding on nicely. Nedic burning alive and has to back off.
Yeah, missed opportunity there, almost caught Exit. Nade in hand, but covered off well by Safe. Ends up flipping the narrative, and Rooster, a man disadvantage here. They've done a lot of damage to Safe. Still a little bit of pressure over on this A side of the map. Chelios trying to see if any of the CTs are kind of over-aggressing and looking for more space or control. But against a team like MIBR, this team plays so incredibly disciplined when they're up in numbers. They're going to give you nothing.
That's true. They're not moving a muscle. Onus is on Rooster to make something happen here. And Brendan's got a little bit of a hole in the smoke there to have a look around. Hasn't seen too much just yet. Will be re-smoked by MIBR. He's going to push the smoke as well. There's the info he's been looking for. Gets the double 2K. All too easy. Oh, MIBR are so good at converting these advantageous rounds.
Yeah. Very intentionally as well. Rooster, smoke on the site. ASAP trying to apply some pressure with the AK. Aided by the util. That's a good nade onto exit, but they're trying to dig him out of Tetris, and he survives on 6.
Another nade. Chell's holding on to it. It's going to get tossed on in, but he's changed his position up enough that he survives. It only did 2 HP of damage, just went a little bit too deep.
And Rooster just simply trying to take guns away. You know, they knew that round was unwinnable, but every gun you can take away from the CT side here makes a pretty big difference. Trying to open up that reset window. And the util almost does it. The util almost kind of disjoints them enough to peek into those lines, held by Rooster over on the A ramp. But MIBR, couple of players very low, will survive with 4 and stabilize their CT side economy here. And this is where they can actually start to give themselves some breathing room. They've still got 2.9 loss bonus. If they drop a gun round here, it's not going to be a big deal. They can still continue to reinvest and continue to try to get some more rounds. Fake flash on the floor there, trying to bait the CT top side of stairs into turning away and open up an opportunity for the entry. Speaking of which, that's exactly what TJ's looking for here. Quite hotly contesting scaffolding right now.
That's one way of putting it. Pop flash out there onto ramp, give MIBR a bit of info off the sandbags peak. Don't see too much.
Yeah, and this is pretty classic from Rooster. They have shown MIBR that they've gone up and taken ramp control before and then just cut noise in the mid-round. This time they're going to fall away and try to go towards B. A lot of util held by Insani though here, and he's actually going to drop the molly to contest. And he's going to tickle ASAP a little bit, but that's nothing out of the ordinary. You know they will expect at least one player kind of defaulting towards B stairs here. The smoke going to make Rooster's life a little difficult. There hasn't been too much of an info push here. They're still just refreshing the smoke around Brenson on the A side of the map.
ASAP's going to go up and over the smoke. In the meanwhile though, Insani through the flash has got himself a kill. He's been spotted out, but there are more defenders here for MIBR, and it's a more than adequate hold at the moment. Safe is putting in work with that M4. Bomb will be dropped on the floor, and just danger with a nice one tap, but he will need a couple more of those. One big clutch on the map already, not going to be given the chance for another one, and MIBR slowly starting to bring that deficit back.
Yeah, 3 alive. Money's looking better and better. Rooster losing a couple rounds in a row here. Timings and the exits they're looking for are getting shut down quite heavily by MIBR, who are quite happy, you know, playing just from whatever they're setting up in their round, whether they have that, you know, little bit of control towards Secret, and then just leaning to where they're confident Rooster's heading. That round, I mean, you're trying to fight through a brick wall a little bit into 3 or 4 CTs, rotating quite heavily towards that B side of the map. Once again, stairs control there. Brenson's copped a bit of a spam or a leg here early on. He's quite low, but exit inside the smoke could be a problem.
Could indeed. See how this smoke fades. I don't think Rooster are expecting that at all. Oh. Well, that's not worked out very nicely in the end for Netic, but at least it's a 1-for-1 for Rooster. Chell 1 HP.
Yeah, that's another 99 in 4. Seen a couple of those. Brenson continuing to contest here over Secret side. Relaying a lot of info to the team right now. Calls for the re-smoke yet again. This has kind of been the bread and butter for MIBR. Just posting him up over on Scaff.
Look how low a couple of these MIBR members are, though.
Yeah, drop is very low, and he's solo on this big site. He could go down very easily, and that might just be a save from MIBR from that point if it's a clean entry into the site here.
They've got 3 Molotovs. Surely his position is not going to be remaining tenable for much longer. And indeed, ASAP will clear it out. As to whether or not there'll be a save, it looks like maybe MIBR are still a little interested. Drop that nade forward. Not finding the kills that they need just yet, but TJP going down in the close corner, and well, Danger now having a bit of trouble on the ramp. You can already see Chell dropping as well. So this is starting to get a little bit awkward for Rooster. Too many angles to watch for too few members. ASAP needs to come up big with the goods. A double kill here from Generator, but he can't even get one. MIBR, 3 players alive at the end of that post plant is unreasonable.
Yeah, they well worked that site. Good util just to disrupt some of the positioning from Rooster and just swinging in with confidence, really. Rooster in a lot of those positions kind of playing the ones. That's the issue, you know, playing the close gem position. That's fine, but there really was no swing in response from the player, you know, playing Jenny here. I mean, it's untradeable in the smoke, to be fair. Then this kill on the flank is kind of the difference maker. Safe's flank there made Rooster incredibly uncomfortable in the post plant. And I was saying before, it was going to take a lot of gun rounds won in a row by MIBR to break the money of Rooster, but they did exactly that. That's 3 CT gun rounds in a row.
Yeah, and they can start to build upon that as well. Like, half's not yet done. MIBR could still walk away with a couple more.
Rooster, a little bit of investment here. Hero AK on Netic. Fair bit of util. Once again, B stairs taken by MIBR. This just hasn't really been contested too much from Rooster. 2 players on deep on this mid line, and that's exactly where Rooster are heading. It's a good timing though. Safe's rotating off.
Yeah, it's a bit of a one and done position for Insani, but we'll see if he can get more than that. Lines a couple up, maybe even 3, maybe 4. That is nowhere near a one and done position anymore.
That's 1 and the round's done. That's all it takes. 1 player, Insani. And ASAP, not much for him to do here with Galil and armor. That is just not something that should ever be allowed to happen for Rooster, unfortunately. Even the fact that they were in this round with a half bite, that is a bit demoralizing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it doesn't fill you with a lot of confidence. And again, similar to Nuke, hot start for Rooster. They built up their economy. Things were looking good. You had a big play or two from some of the players that you'd love to see it from. But since MIBR have stabilized things, they have just ground this game back, and now it's really not looking close again. Same kind of storyline, unfortunately, as a Nuke.
What's the conversation for Rooster? It's going to be a timeout coming through from them. Got enough money to buy a couple of AKs here. So they'll have a decent attempt at the last round. And, you know, 6-6, again, that'd be similar to what we got on Nuke. It's workable, no doubt. Only Chell down to the Tech 9.
Gonna forfeit the AK to Netic in this case. Did go for the hero AK in the previous round. Progression smoke, bottom side of stairs there. Disrupted by drop. Once again, MIBR taking B stairs without too many issues. ASAP's looking to try to punish around the side of the smoke here. There's that deep smoke. ASAP knows he's locked in here. They're trying to isolate him, but he's played it perfectly. Turns from the flash. And both of the players that you'd love to be seeing an early opening from Rooster win on opposite sides of the map.
Yep. Big advantage for Rooster, and they're going to just slow things down, cut the pace, as has become fairly customary for Rooster. Good flash as well, completely blinds exit. He'll be forced to smoke Scaff. Rooster will try to make their way up ramp, but they'll be dissuaded for a moment by a molly, which is going to allow exit back out. He is on his own, very isolated, but he's still getting some work done here. And he gets away. A small advantage is starting to be pegged back a little.
They've once again pulled the rotation off the B side, but this time, instead of drop low on HP, it's Insani with a full belter util. Is over in CT spawn, but Rooster making absolutely no noise. Molly deep into spawn side, and they're getting the plant down on B now.
Safe's going to get the freebie though. So it'll be 3-on-3 for the retake though. It will be quite a late retake at this point. Take Safe some time to scurry his way back across from A. Already you can see the MIBR members, Insani and Exit, starting to try and work their way in. And Molly is going to force TJP out of position, and again, MIBR might be able to make a numbers deficit retake happen, though the flank coming from behind, unexpected, defuse is on, Chell has to get there quick, in the smoke, the defuse is happening, and the communication maybe not on point, it is around again for MIBR at the tail end of the half. Oh, some very fine work there in the crowd. Congratulations, everybody. You've done well. That said, Rooster down 7-5 at the moment. They are looking in a bit of a spot of bother, I'd say. Pilski, obviously, Piss Around will tell us a lot about how this half is going to play out, but I hate to say it, but my gut feeling is this might be a 2-0.
Yeah, it's looking like it. I think that the issue really is that Rooster, despite having the best possible start, are really struggling to put rounds together late in the half. They need to keep consistent. Hopefully they can have another hot start here.
Double nade for TJP Netic.
Yeah, they could use that, potentially deny the bomb plant. Creep through middle here for the majority of MIBR. Drop left bottom of stairs. High-low setup for Rooster. It looks like they're kind of aware of this pistol. They're already set up to defend it.
Yeah, pretty good read from Rooster. Where's that peak going to come? Insani with the P250 trying to do the damage. There's a pop flash over the top from ASAP as well. This screams counter read from Rooster. And then it's still only the 2-for-1 and it gets a little bit worse. It's getting messy. It's 2-on-2 after the flurry of frags in mid.
Yeah, they've seen at least 3 or 4 players there. MIBR going to call the audible. Chop going straight up into this B site. Exit made a lot of steps, but making his way the opposite. Making steps across the bridge, trying to bait Rooster in terms of the sound here. There's a smoke and a kit in play for Rooster. So even if they end up out of position here and having to rotate in this 2-on-2, they still have the util they need to potentially win it.
Well, bomb plan's going to go down. So Rooster
Flash on exit.
looking for that retake. They've got a smoke. They've got a defuse. Time slowly running away. There's the flash. Drop's going to take a little quick peek, but blinded a little by the flash. Didn't see too much. Rooster on their way in. Got to move quickly, and TJP down. So too Netic. That's the pistol, and with it, some of the hopes of Rooster making a comeback on this map starting to dissipate.
Yeah, that's the start that MIBR were looking for. Despite having such a good read here, Rooster, you know, they had a high-low setup to try to get that player who went for the crouch peek. That should have been punished immediately. And then, exactly as you mentioned, the flash up over the top, that was a counter strat. They read that pistol perfectly, and they still weren't able to convert it.
It's getting outclassed a little bit. So Rooster going to have to take a save. MIBR, I don't think they're going to be going anywhere too quickly in a round like this.
No.
They tend not to go anywhere quickly, really, but especially in a round against pistols. Big stack from Rooster on the ramp. The flash is going to go on to a couple of the MIBR members, but not really a huge cause for concern.
Yeah, I've seen multiple players there that's going to call the audible safe, handed the MAC-10 and told to go farm himself up an alt fund. But he indeed will scurry away after being pressured for the moment, trying to find himself a safer position to fight from. He stuck around a little too long though. That's only the MAC-10 drop though, and look, I don't know if you can really fight this angle against Insani. In fact, he's the one who wants to try to fight the players on Rooster. Boost up the stats anti-eco. Only a MAC-10 armor lost there for MIBR. That's a very good pistol, very good anti-eco, and they're going to set themselves up a really good T-side economy, the same as what we saw on Nuke.
It's a statement round, isn't it? Like, you know, it's only pistols from Rooster, but you can understand the mentality behind this one for MIBR.
Yeah. And Rooster, so far this series, and this tournament, I think it was the same thing in their opening game. They've been a little inconsistent converting rounds, but they're going to have to show us something fantastic. Crowd's definitely on side. This gun round would be a great place to start.
Yeah, this is the one where they have to get the ball rolling. Not a huge amount of util to play with, though. They're holding on to the smokes nicely.
Again, just patience from RPR, not wanting to let a player slip in through the smoke over on yellow side and get behind the girder. Big util being held and juggled over to TJP. Want to kind of bolster the util over on this A side of the map for the time being. Aggression smoke, yeah. Over on this A side of the map, util pressure from safe.
That smoke actually draws a bit of util back out from Rooster. MIBR are honestly interested in going up to A ramp. Actually going to reroute their way over toward B. Putting pressure on both sides of the map is actually depleting the Rooster util quite quickly.
Yeah, Danger has another follow-up smoke to re-smoke over on the B stairs there. And Rooster leaning a little bit more heavily towards middle. They want to play the quick rotation. Over on this A side of the map, they're really more so looking to try to disrupt the plant once MIBR comes up into the site for this execute. See TJ ready there with the molly nade combo. 20 seconds here. Drop on the aggressive lurk. The rest of MIBR looking towards A.
A couple of quick pop flashes up over the top. Really causing too many problems for any of the Rooster players who are more out of the sight than anything else. Exit, oh, it's ambitious. Netic and TJ have done a pretty good job, but even still the bomb plant has gone down and Brendan fighting hard. Drops miles away, he's gonna have to be quick. Defuse is on, it's a 10-second defuse though. He's still got the angle, they've heard the footsteps and gotten off. ASAP will change up his position to be a little bit of a safer one. Actually, Drop going to find this one difficult, has to move quickly now. The defuse It's all good. The Rooster win the round. Stoic faces, though. They know that they've got a lot of work ahead.
Only a couple of guns kept over, though.
Yeah, a bit of a strange round the way that one played out.
Yeah, I mean, MIBR makes it strange when they go aggressive lurk into B, and very late round AXX, that's when things can get weird. Here's the swing round, though. Not much loss bonus left over for either of these teams. And same kind of start here for MIBR. They're taking control of B stairs. They're clearing some of these closer positions. HE nade inside of the progression smoke from Rooster, looking to try to catch one of these Ts in transition, taking some scaff control early.
Big util dump. Chell's been refilled.
Progression smoke top side of B to deny info. Danger once again left quite solo on an island towards this B side of the map. Rooster leaning heavily towards A.
Relaxed approach from MIBR again.
Let's just drop. Going to contest B a little bit. Insani to put some pressure on middle. The rest of MIBR waiting over towards bottom middle. Insani going to dump his util set here in combination with drop. Make it look like there's some pressure towards me and maybe try to pull some rotates. And indeed they are. Nedic and Chelios in transition right now. It's just TJ left alone on this A site. Great pick from ASAP though.
Yeah, but we'll see if TJP is going to be checked here. It would be surprising were it not the case. And he thought for a second he could be cheeky, but it was a bait after all. Plan's going to go down. Nade's trying to deny it, but there's not enough damage coming out. Still, numbers advantage for Rooster.
No util to get back into this site. Still a flash and a smoke here. Drop. Re-smoking the right side. Exit trying to play around the smoke here. Kissing Nedic.
Kissing everybody in that smoke apparently, and getting away with it as well. He's found two. That's unreasonable. Chell up over the top. It's only good for the one, and it's on to Nedic now. He is running out of time. He has no smoke. Flash is going to go high in the air. Nedic avoiding that one, but there's only so much he can do, and has to give the round over to MIBR, which will be double digits.
Yeah, that breaks the money of Rooster here in a pretty bad way. It's going to be a single save into a weaker buy for Rooster. Hero AK kept on over on Nedic to try to inflict some more damage because they did make that an expensive round, but Exit making all the difference there. MIBR still able to convert that 4-on-5. Brenzen clearing TJ. Another difference maker in that round, but this was the play. The fact that you get away with two here, disrupt the retake this much, is what wins the round for MIBR, especially when you're getting that low on the timer.
Money's broken for Rooster as well. The only saving grace is going to be the saved AK for Nedic. He's going to have to be everywhere at once, and MIBR this time are not wasting any time. They found the AK as well. It should be a confidence booster for them. Threat of this round has significantly diminished.
Ready with the HE nades to try to play plant denial here. But MIBR are just, they're not in a rush to do anything. Chelios actually playing in front of the smokes. Very cheeky position from him.
Yep. Oh, MIBR looking for that bomb plant, and the knife attempt. It was a good one. He got one slice in. Ooh. Well, bit of excitement, but really nothing in it there for Rooster. A couple of rounds away. MIBR are just kind of crossing the T's, dotting the I's, getting through it as you need to. Going to be a pretty standard day at the office for them. Almost.
Weaker buy here for Rooster. It's going to be attack timeout, have a chat about what they want to be doing here. They've allowed MIBR to build up a little bit of cash, but it's not as difficult as it would have been on Nuke. You know, MIBR were really, really far ahead on Nuke. This time it's much more palatable for Rooster. If they can win 1 or 2 gun rounds here, they can close this scoreline a bit. But it's got to start here. There's not going to be an ult for Chell, but there's at least rifles and good util to work with.
Oh no. Not the row F jersey, it's all dirty now. He's gonna have to wear that tomorrow. Oh well, 11-6. Last couple of chances for Rooster on stage at ESL Challenger Melbourne.
MIBR, a little bit of pressure around the map this time, much more quickly moving back towards the B side of the map. Looking to heavily contest this B main pressure and control. HE nade inside of the smoke for Rooster though sees absolutely nothing. Danger turning from the flash. Reactive nade does a lot of damage there for Rooster. They're happy with the opening of this round. Oh, another HE could do some more damage for Danger if placed well enough, but are they ready for this boost?
Drop up over the top. And Rooster just backing away, giving space. Danger doesn't get away with that kill. ASAP's now isolated, looking for some assistance, but he's being crept upon. Flashes over the top come through too late. MIBR well and truly in control of this round, this map, and the game as well. Rooster going to try to make an early attempt at the retake, but Grenzen says absolutely not. 12-6, 1 round left. Has not come together today for Rooster. There was moments, definitely, but not enough.
Not enough consistency round to round, half to half, unfortunately, for Rooster today. And it's a weaker buy to close this one out. Really not what you want to be seeing. Pistols and armor. Fair bit of util, but yeah, MIBR with the much better end of things. Quite heavily contesting this A side of the map. Progression smoke there.
MIBR continuing to take a similar approach. Happy to set up at the bottom of the ramp and wait out a lot of the CT util.
Yeah, they recognize they've broken the money here of the CT side. It's keeping them at arm's length at the start of the round. They're going to start to make some moves. Molly going to push netting out of position. Only goes 1 for 1. And with the M4, the most dangerous of all the weaponry that Rooster brings into this round, that might not be enough.
Yeah, you would think so. Nades up over the top from MIBR. They do seem pretty committed to this A bomb site. TJ, he's close by. Flash won't assist him enough. So, numbers advantage is continuing to build for MIBR as they roll their way into the A bomb site. And quite frankly, they rolled their way over Rooster on Vertigo. It's 13-6 on the cards now as the bomb plant is going down. Insani wasn't quite able to transfer that spray, but Danger is alone. Only a 5-7. A smoke, not even any armor, no defuse kit, surely no chance in the round.
And again, it's just another oppressive T-side from MIBR here that Rooster cannot deal with. 13-6. There was a couple of close rounds here and there for Rooster, but you've got to give credit where credit's due. MIBR are playing some fantastic default by the numbers Counter-Strike right now. They've got some very solid individuals. There's a reason they've been so dominant domestically. And